What exactly makes up a project management toolkit? At its core, it's a collection of resources that help you deliver projects with precision and confidence. Sure, tools like Asana or Google Calendar are great for tracking tasks and timelines, but they're just the surface. Your real strength lies in developing leadership skills, mastering conflict resolution, and thinking strategically. Add certifications like PMP or Prince2 to validate your expertise, and you've got a solid foundation. Combine that with productivity systems like time boxing and prioritization frameworks, and you're already ahead of the game. But there's one component that sets exceptional project leaders apart: timeless principles handed down by experts. Books written by industry masters are filled with insights that help you go from good to great, sharpening both your technical and interpersonal skills. We're going to look at 7 books that can transform your approach to project management. There's a link for each book in the description, along with a special free trial of Audible. Each of these books are available in hard copy and digital format.
If you're a project manager, entrepreneur, or someone looking to connect with some like-minded individuals like yourself, or if you're searching for tons of free project management tools and resources to start, grow, and excel, don't wait. Click the link in the description below and join our free school community today.
For new project managers, no book carries more weight than the venerable PMBOK guide. Developed by the Project Management Institute, it's the definitive framework of processes aligning projects from initiation to closure. Consider it the constitution project teams live and die by. Within its 700 pages exist the accumulated best practices and lingo that dominate corporate initiatives. From processes like managing integration, scope, time, cost, quality, resources, communications, risks, procurement, and stakeholder interests. It's all there. Of course, absorbing all of it is nearly impossible, and not the point. Here's the key to using the PMBOK properly. Treat it like a dictionary app, not a novel. Don't read it cover to cover. Instead, pull it out when you need clarity on concepts or solutions to project issues. Are deliverables unclear? Consult PMBOK's Scope Management section for defining processes. Is the team missing deadlines? Check out time management advice. Is the budget ballooning or risk mounting? Well, you get the gist. Leverage it as your on-demand reference, guiding you through all foreseeable project challenges. One bite-sized chapter at a time, you'll be on your way to internalizing the methodology guiding all rockstar project leaders. Patrick Lencioni strikes nerves with his leadership fable, spotlighting why teams crumble. Told through a failing Silicon Valley firm, it exposes 5 team dysfunctions that shatter unity and undermine results: absence of trust, fear of conflict, lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to collective outcomes. Ever struggled getting alignment, resolving disputes, or having team members own their work? Then you've felt these dysfunctions. As the story unfolds, Lencioni reveals how to transform groups into cohesive units. You'll learn how to foster trust with vulnerability-based team-building exercises. Resolve messy conflict through open communication norms allowing creativity to shine. Secure commitment by clarifying decisions. Hold one another accountable through peer reviews against clear expectations. And align on goals through collaborative planning, grounded in shared metrics, transparency, and incentive structures. While told through a story, this book provides explicit tools to diagnose and dismantle dysfunction, plaguing even the best teams. Take these lessons to heart and watch project teams evolve from scattered contributors into unstoppable forces. With managers pulled in 100 directions, it's easy to lose sight of the strategic end goals driving projects. Terry Schmidt's award-winning framework bridges this gap between daily task management and overarching business objectives. He details the logical framework approach, or LFA, helping leaders maintain strategic alignment. It starts by re-establishing why a project matters and its desired impact through tools like vision logic mapping. This unity of understanding filters all the way down to individual owners. Next, you actively map lower-level activities directly to measurable strategic outcomes uniquely tied to success. Sound vague? An example is identifying how a task like securing permits traces back to the goal of launching a new plant location. By deliberately evaluating progress through performance indicators tied to business objectives, you can pivot initiatives keeping them relevant amidst evolving company priorities. The logical framework approach helps transcend day-to-day hamster wheel work and maintain perspective. With Schmidt's advice, you'll lead projects advancing strategic vision while still achieving operational excellence. When priorities shift by the hour, Gantt charts fail. You need Agile, delivering work in rapid sprints embracing change. But its kinetic pace leaves project managers who are normally accustomed to structure disoriented. No longer can you set annual roadmaps with predictable milestones. Outputs become fluidly shaped by continuous customer feedback and lessons from past sprints. Roles blend between strategic ownership and hands-on collaboration. New rituals emerge like retrospectives, stand-ups, and backlog grooming now dominating calendars. While promising speed and innovation, Agile can seem outright chaotic without proper translation. That's why Mark Layton's book resonates as the Rosetta Stone decoding Agile specifically for project professionals. He simplifies oft-confusing concepts by explaining values, roles, tools, and key events to make adoption intuitive even for novices. You'll gain insider tips on upholding standards without sacrificing agility. For instance, avoid micromanaging hours during sprints, but require accountability documenting results. Empower people by standardizing refinement processes, giving teams autonomy over committing work rather than top-down delegation. Spend more time engaging customers to build a shared vision while trusting team priorities. Agile project management for dummies unlocks the method behind the madness, providing the keys to drive speed and results. Even with playbooks and templates, projects crash without competent pilots at the helm. That's why Microsoft veteran Scott Berkin's book resonates through its honest lessons on the soft skills separating the pros. He admits even the best laid plans go awry absent strong leadership converting ideas into outcomes. Berkin stresses having the courage to make tough calls amidst uncertainty, but decisiveness means little without explaining the why behind choices. He pushes managers to inspire teams through transparency, coaching, and welcoming input. But leaders also need conviction reflecting in actions, not just words. Walk the talk. Berkin also offers tactics for mitigating issues like blaming, conflict avoidance, and focusing too narrowly when things veer off course. Making things happen stands out because of its mix of empathy and truth. Leadership leans far more on supporting those executing the work than top-down mandates. Berkin will teach you how. When all else fails, success comes down to building personal leadership. That's why Stephen Covey's timeless principles endure 30 years later as a fixture in every prominent organization. It's the handbook for optimizing yourself. As project managers cope with insane matrix organizations and competing priorities, they easily fall into reactionary survival mode, never relinquishing control. But Covey shows why Lamborghini-paced output means little without direction. He reveals how to transcend from mindlessly putting out fires to proactively driving your role. It starts by being human. Listen first, synergize perspectives before responding, and lead through trust and relationship building. At the core is adopting key habits and expanding influence. Be proactive in owning solutions and not blaming others. Align daily tasks to bigger picture goals, filtering chaos. Start with critical priorities before getting lost, being busy. And collaborate by seeking mutual benefit with colleagues and stakeholders. While you can't force habits, Covey breaks down the pathway to incremental mindset shifts through approachable steps. Implement his wisdom as lifelong fuel, continually expanding your leadership. Here's the reality. Not every project leader has formal training. However, ambiguous business environments inevitably demand pulling people from different functions into initiative management. So how do you excel without proven experience? This book by Kogan, Blakemore, and Wood levels the playing field for unofficial project managers suddenly thrust into driving cross-functional outcomes. Consider it your project management decoder ring, translating convoluted concepts into understandable and actionable practices. While covering PMI's 5 project phases, the authors infuse real-world perspectives into textbook concepts. You'll gain insider tips to tactfully manage down and up across complex organizations. Learn how to drive efficiency through delegated coordination rather than micromanaging tasks. Discover communication, documentation, and meeting facilitation templates customizable for your needs. Master productivity tools for personal organization and stakeholder transparency. There's even a crash course on identifying key performance indicators to demonstrate value. Even without formal training, project management for the unofficial project manager provides the building blocks to lead confidently. Too often people associate mastery with innate genius. But in reality, it's daily, tiny choices accumulating into a game-changing perspective. And what separates the good from the great project managers is the commitment to continuous learning and growth. Consider these 7 books your spark for igniting boundless potential you never realized was possible. Check the description for links to purchase hard copies of each of these resources or even score free Audible access. Trust me, they're worth 100 times the investment if only one idea transforms how you lead projects forever. So tell me, Which book stands out as most likely to shake up your approach? What other game changers belong in the catalog? I want to hear from you on how we can level up collectively. This community thrives when we all put our heads together. And speaking of community, make sure to click the link in the description for free access to an outstanding community of current and prospective project managers and productivity seekers. Looking forward to continued conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.